Ladies and gentlemen, if I could give you just 3 days to change your life, would you take it? I'm not talking about 3 magical days that will solve everything, but 3 powerful days that can transform your mindset, your actions, and your future. Here's what I know to be true. Success isn't built overnight, but it is built in small, consistent steps. And let me tell you something about time. The biggest mistake most people make is thinking they don't have enough of it. Well, guess what? You've got 3 days right now. How will you use them? Will you let them slip away like any other day, or will you seize the opportunity to change your life? Let's start with day 1. The most important step in any success plan is to transform your mindset. Success begins in your mind. You've got to believe you can. You've got to change your thinking from I can't to I will. If you think small, you'll live small. If you think big, you'll start making big moves. On this first day, focus on getting your mindset right. Write down your goals. Dream big. Understand that this is the first seed of your future success. Nothing happens without first changing the way you think. That's the foundation. Now, moving on to day 2. The second step is action. Success doesn't come from reading books, watching videos, or listening to podcasts alone. It comes from doing. It's not enough to just have great ideas. You have to execute. Take action no matter how small it may seem. One step today will lead to another tomorrow. And before you know it, you've built momentum. If you want a new life, you've got to do things that you've never done before. Make a list of 3 actions you can take today that move you closer to your dreams. Then take them. Act on them. Don't wait for perfect conditions, because they'll never come. You get busy doing, and the universe will reward you for it. And then comes day 3. This is where many people falter. The true test of character, persistence. Easy to feel motivated for a day or 2, but what happens when things get tough? This is where the difference between success and failure lies. Most people quit after the second day. They say, I tried, it didn't work. But the truth is, persistence is the secret ingredient. If you keep going, keep trying, keep learning from your mistakes, you will eventually win. Look back at your progress, reflect on how far you've come, and make the decision not to give up no matter what. Now, let me share one final truth with you. Success doesn't happen in 3 days, but the habits you form in 3 days can change your life forever. The 3-day plan is not about a quick fix. It's about igniting that spark. It's about creating a small shift that, when compounded, creates massive change over time. So when you wake up tomorrow, you won't just be starting another day, you'll be starting a new chapter of your life. But it's not enough to do it for 3 days. You've got to keep going. Success is built on consistency. So as you stand here today, remember that it all begins with a single choice. A choice to shift your mindset. A choice to take action, and a choice to persist. Your life can change in the next 3 days, but only if you choose to make it happen. Let's get to work. Time is one of the most valuable resources we have, and yet it's also the one that slips through our fingers the easiest. The irony is, we all have the same 24 hours in a day, but it's how we choose to spend that time that determines the course of our lives. If you want to transform your life, you must first understand the power of time and how to use it wisely. The key is not in waiting for the perfect moment to start, but in recognizing that the time to act is always now. 3 days may seem like a short period of time, but when used correctly, it can be enough to make a lasting change. In fact, it's often in shorter bursts of focused effort that the greatest transformations happen. You see, most people wait for the right moment, a grand opportunity, a big event, or a clear sign from the universe. But the truth is, the perfect moment never comes. Success is not about waiting for time to be on your side. It's about making the most of the time you have. If you look at successful people, they're not different from you or me. They simply use their time better. The difference lies in how they think about time and how they leverage it to their advantage. They're intentional with their days, every single one of them. They don't waste time with excuses or distractions. They understand that their future is shaped by the choices they make today, and so they make those choices count. They know that every moment spent in action is a moment moving them closer to their goals. Now, if you want to create real change in your life, you must start by embracing the idea that time can be your ally. It's not about waiting for more time, but about recognizing how much you can accomplish within the time you have. The truth is, there is always enough time for the things that truly matter. What most people lack is the commitment to prioritize those things. We often squander time on things that don't contribute to our growth or success. We binge watch TV, scroll endlessly through social media, or spend hours in unproductive meetings. But when you understand the power of time, you start to see that it's a precious asset that should be used wisely. You may have heard the saying, time waits for no one. That's true, but it's also empowering. It means that you don't have to wait for a special occasion, a new year, or a perfect set of circumstances. You don't have to wait for the clock to be in your favor. Every second is a new opportunity. Every minute you have is a chance to make progress, to move closer to your goals, and to transform your life. The key is to stop waiting for external factors to change and instead take control of the time you have now. Consider this: how much could you achieve in just 3 days if you made a decision to truly focus and commit to action? How much could you change in your life by focusing on one thing, whether that's improving your health, advancing your career, or building a better relationship. The truth is, in just 3 days of focused action, you can lay the groundwork for something monumental. It doesn't have to take years to see real change. It's about the compound effect of small, consistent efforts over time. 3 days is enough to shift your mindset, to start building new habits, and to begin making progress toward your goals. When you focus your energy on something important for just a few days, you start to realize that time is not the limiting factor. You'll begin to notice that the more focused you are with your time, the more you can accomplish. Time becomes a tool, something you can use to create the life you want. This is why successful people value their time so much. They know that time spent wisely will pay off in the long run, even if it doesn't seem like much in the moment. In the end, it all comes down to one thing: the way you view time. Do you see it as something you don't have enough of, or do you see it as something that can be leveraged to achieve your dreams? The truth is, if you shift your mindset and start using your time intentionally, you'll be amazed at how much you can achieve in a short period. You have the power to transform your life with the time you already have. It's not about waiting for the right moment. It's about making this moment the right one. The first day of your 3-day success plan is all about mindset, because nothing else can happen without it. Your mindset is the foundation on which everything else is built. It's the lens through which you view the world, and it determines how you respond to challenges, opportunities, and setbacks. If you want to transform your life, you must first transform the way you think. Most people underestimate the power of mindset. They believe that success is a result of luck, timing, or external circumstances, but the truth is, success begins with how you think about yourself and the world around you. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your results. The way you think about your future, your goals, and your abilities directly influences the trajectory of your life. If you start with the belief that you can't succeed, you're already setting yourself up for failure. But if you change your thinking and embrace the belief that you are capable, resourceful, and worthy of success, you'll begin to take actions that reflect that belief. On the first day of your success plan, you need to make a deliberate shift in your thinking. Start by challenging any negative or limiting beliefs you've been carrying around. These beliefs are the invisible barriers that hold you back from reaching your full potential. They often stem from past failures, fears, or doubts, but they don't define who you are or what you can achieve. The first step is recognizing them for what they are: mental roadblocks, and choosing to let them go. And think about the stories you've been telling yourself. Are they empowering or disempowering? If you've been telling yourself that you're not good enough, that you're too old, too young, too inexperienced, or that success is only for other people, it's time to rewrite that story. You have the power to change the narrative. Instead of focusing on what you lack, focus on what you have. You have the ability to learn, grow, and adapt. You have unique talents, skills, and experiences that no one else has. You have the power to change your life, but it all starts with changing the way you think. A shift in mindset begins with self-awareness. Take a moment to reflect on your current beliefs and thought patterns. What do you believe about success? What do you believe about yourself? Do you believe you deserve success? Do you believe you have the ability to achieve your goals? If the answer is no, that's okay. It's a starting point. But you must be willing to change those beliefs if you want to move forward. The first day of your plan is about making the conscious decision to think differently. One of the most important aspects of mindset is developing a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that you can improve and learn through effort and perseverance. It's the understanding that failure is not a reflection of your worth, but a stepping stone on the path to success. When you adopt a growth mindset, you stop seeing challenges as obstacles and start seeing them as opportunities to learn and grow. You stop being afraid of making mistakes because you understand that every mistake is a lesson in disguise. On day one, focus on cultivating this growth mindset. Replace thoughts like "I can't do this" with "I can learn how to do this." Replace "I'm not good enough" with "I'm constantly improving." Embrace the idea that every setback is temporary and that success is a journey, not a destination. As you start to believe in your ability to learn and grow, you'll begin to take more confident actions. You'll become more resilient in the face of challenges and more determined to push forward when things get tough. Another key aspect of mindset is visualization. Take time on day one to imagine your success in vivid detail. Picture yourself achieving your goals, living the life you desire. See it, feel it, and believe it. Visualization is a powerful tool because it aligns your thoughts with your actions. When you can clearly see your success in your mind's eye, you begin to take the necessary steps to make it a reality. This mental rehearsal prepares you for the real thing and boosts your confidence. Finally, on the first day, commit to embracing positivity. Surround yourself with positive influences, whether that's books, podcasts, mentors, or people who inspire and uplift you. Negativity has a way of creeping into your thoughts, and it's easy to get caught in a cycle of self-doubt and fear. But by consciously choosing positivity, you can shift your energy and focus on the possibilities rather than the limitations. The more you feed your mind with positive, empowering thoughts, the more you'll start to believe in your own potential. Transforming your life starts with transforming your mind. Day one is about setting the stage for success by shifting your mindset from one of limitation to one of possibility. When you change your thinking, you change your life. And the best part is you have the power to do it today. Right now, in this moment, you can choose to think differently, act differently, and start moving toward the life you want to create. It all starts with a single decision to change your mindset. Make that decision today and watch your life begin to transform before your eyes. Action is the bridge between dreams and reality. Without action, your vision remains just that, a vision. It's a dream that floats in your mind but never takes form. The second day of your success plan is all about turning that vision into reality. It's about understanding that it's not enough to simply have ideas or set goals. You must take deliberate, focused action to bring those dreams to life. On day two, the shift is clear. No more waiting for the perfect time or the right circumstances. The time to act is now. The most successful people in the world didn't wait for the stars to align before they took action. They acted with what they had where they were. And the key here is consistency. You don't have to take giant leaps to make progress. In fact, small, consistent actions are often more effective than big, sporadic bursts of energy. Each small step you take compounds over time, leading to significant progress in the long run. If you've been waiting for motivation or the perfect moment to act, this is the time to discard those excuses. The truth is, motivation is a byproduct of action, not the other way around. You don't wait to feel inspired before you take action. You take action, and the motivation follows. You start with the first step, however small, and soon you'll find that momentum begins to build. The key is starting. Even if you don't feel ready or confident, the act of taking that first step will help you overcome the resistance you've been facing. It's about showing up day after day, even when it feels hard. That's what separates the successful from the unsuccessful, the willingness to act even when the conditions aren't perfect. One of the most important aspects of action is knowing exactly what steps to take. Clarity is crucial. On day two, make sure you've identified the most important actions that will move you toward your goals. If you're working toward a career change, that might mean updating your resume, researching potential job opportunities, or networking with people in your desired field. If your goal is to improve your health, that could mean scheduling workouts, meal prepping, or educating yourself on proper nutrition. Break down your goals into manageable, actionable steps and tackle them one by one. The key is to prioritize and focus. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the long list of things you think you should be doing, but you must resist the urge to scatter your energy in too many directions. Focus on the tasks that will have the greatest impact. While it's important to take action, it's equally important to take focused action. The distraction is one of the biggest enemies of progress. On day two, commit to eliminating distractions and giving your full attention to the task at hand. Turn off your phone, close unnecessary tabs, and focus solely on the actions that will move you toward your goals. This level of focus will increase your productivity and help you get more done in less time. Time is precious, and the more focused you are, the more you can accomplish in the limited time you have. Another powerful element of action is consistency. It's easy to get excited on day one, but the real test is in the follow-through. Success doesn't come from one day of effort. It comes from the ongoing, persistent pursuit of your goals. It's about building habits that align with the life you want to create. This doesn't mean you need to be perfect or never miss a day. It means committing to showing up every day regardless of how you feel. It's the consistent actions over weeks, months, and years that ultimately lead to massive results. In addition, remember that action often involves stepping outside your comfort zone. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. It happens when you stretch yourself and try new things, even if you feel unsure or scared. If you want to achieve something you've never achieved before, you have to do something you've never done before. Whether that's starting a new project, making a difficult decision, or confronting a fear, action is the catalyst for growth. Don't let fear hold you back. Instead, use it as a signal that you're on the right track, that you're pushing yourself towards something greater. One of the best ways to stay motivated and committed to action is to celebrate small wins along the way. When you accomplish a task, no matter how small, take a moment to acknowledge it. This positive reinforcement will fuel your momentum and keep you moving forward. Progress is progress, and every step counts. Even if you feel like you're not moving as quickly as you'd like, recognize the effort you're putting in. Every day you take action is a day closer to your goals. The most important thing on day two is to take action, no matter how small. For progress doesn't happen overnight, but each step you take builds on the last, creating a ripple effect that will propel you forward. The key is to trust the process and keep moving even when you don't see immediate results. The actions you take today will pay off tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. So on day two of your success plan, commit to taking focused, consistent action. The results will follow. Persistence is often the unsung hero of success. Many people have big dreams and great plans, but few have the determination to see those plans through when the going gets tough. On day 3 of your success plan, the focus is clear. It's not about how you start, but how you finish. Success is not about the effort you put in on day 1 or day 2. It's about the commitment to keep going when the excitement wears off, when the challenges arise, and when doubt creeps in. Most people give up too soon. They start with enthusiasm, make a few moves, but when results don't come quickly, they quit. They decide it's too hard, that they aren't seeing enough progress, or that it's just not meant to be. The problem with this is that success isn't instant. It's not about quick wins or overnight transformations. It's about consistent, persistent effort over time. The ones who succeed are not necessarily the ones who are the most talented or the smartest. They are the ones who refuse to quit, even when it seems impossible. They keep pushing, keep learning, and keep moving forward. Persistence is what turns failure into success. Every successful person has faced setbacks. The difference is they didn't let those setbacks define them. They didn't let failure be the end of their journey. Instead, they saw failure as a lesson. They learned from their mistakes, adjusted their approach, and continued on their path. Day 3 is about accepting that there will be difficult moments. There will be times when it feels like nothing is working, when you question whether all the effort is worth it, or when you feel like giving up. But it's precisely in those moments that you must persist. Remember, failure is not permanent. It's a temporary condition, a point along the journey. The important thing is to recognize that each setback is an opportunity to learn and grow. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What can I do differently? When you shift your perspective like this, failure stops being something to fear and starts becoming a stepping stone to success. Another important aspect of persistence is having the discipline to keep going even when you don't feel like it. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, but real growth happens when you push through the tough times. It's about developing the discipline to do what needs to be done, even on the days when motivation is lacking. The secret to lasting success isn't motivation, it's discipline. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline keeps you on track, even when the going gets tough. One of the most powerful things you can do to build persistence is to develop the habit of regular reflection. On day 3, take some time to review your journey so far. Celebrate the wins, no matter how small, and acknowledge how far you've come. This reflection will help you gain perspective on your progress and remind you of why you started in the first place. When you can look back and see how much effort you've already put in, it becomes easier to keep going. Reflection gives you the strength to persist because it reminds you that every step forward, no matter how small, is still progress. Persistence also involves being adaptable. Sometimes, even though we are persistent, things don't go as planned. And that's okay. It's important to remember that persistence doesn't mean doing the same thing over and over with no results. It means being willing to adapt, to try new approaches when the old ones don't work. If something isn't yielding results, don't be afraid to change your strategy. Keep your focus on the end goal, but be flexible with how you get there. Persistence isn't about rigidity, it's about finding a way to make it happen, no matter the obstacles. On day 3, remind yourself that you are not in a race. Success doesn't happen on a fixed timeline. It happens when you consistently show up day after day with the determination to push through. The magic of persistence lies in its cumulative effect. It's not about doing something once and giving up when it doesn't work. It's about doing it day after day, learning from each experience and getting closer to your goal with every action you take. The best thing about persistence is that it's available to everyone. It's not dependent on talent, luck, or external circumstances. It's simply about making the decision to keep going. If you're willing to push through the tough times, learn from your mistakes, and continue your journey, success is inevitable. On day 3, commit to being persistent. Commit to showing up every day, even when it feels difficult. And know that every moment you keep going is a victory in itself. Success is not just about achieving the goal, it's about the strength you build, the resilience you develop, and the person you become in the process. Keep going because you are closer than you think. The final day of your 3-day success plan is about mastering the art of self-reflection and celebrating progress. Many people overlook the importance of reflection, thinking that moving forward means always focusing on what's next. But true growth comes not only from action, but also from taking the time to pause, look back, and assess where you've been and how far you've come. On day 4, the journey isn't about starting something new. It's about acknowledging the steps you've already taken and reinforcing the foundation you've built for continued success. Reflection allows you to identify what's working, what's not, and where you can improve. It gives you the opportunity to evaluate your actions without judgment, simply as an observer of your own progress. This process isn't about criticizing yourself for mistakes or missed opportunities. It's about gaining valuable insights into how you can refine your approach moving forward. In every journey, there will be missteps, and reflection helps you learn from them rather than repeating the same errors. The first part of reflection is about recognizing the effort you put in. We are often our harshest critics, so it's essential to step back and acknowledge the hard work, persistence, and discipline that have already gone into your plan. Look at the goals you set for yourself 3 days ago and assess how far you've come. Even small victories deserve recognition because they represent the steps that move you closer to the person you want to become. When you celebrate these wins, no matter how minor they seem, it builds momentum and strengthens your commitment to your future. Positive reinforcement, especially in the form of self-recognition, plays a crucial role in maintaining motivation and a forward-moving mindset. On day 4, you should take time to reflect on the habits you've developed in just 3 days. Even though the transformation might feel incremental, remember that success is the result of consistent action over time. Think about the new routines or practices you've begun to implement. Whether it's waking up earlier, dedicating more time to your personal growth, or building healthier relationships, these small actions accumulate and shape your future. Reflection helps you see these changes more clearly, even if they feel subtle in the moment. The next important aspect of reflection is learning from challenges. Every challenge you face during this 3-day journey has been an opportunity to grow. Reflect on the obstacles that may have appeared in your path and how you responded to them. Did you face resistance or fear? Did you hesitate or push through? Reflection gives you the ability to assess how you handled adversity, and by doing so, it helps you understand your strengths and areas for improvement. If something didn't go according to plan, don't view it as a failure, but rather as a valuable lesson that will inform your next steps. You can ask yourself, what could I have done differently? What did I learn about myself? What will I do the next time I encounter a similar challenge? Another key part of reflection is recognizing the mental and emotional growth that often goes unnoticed in the rush to take action. You've been focusing on goals, on improving your habits, and on making progress, but the internal shifts that occur are just as important. Consider how your thinking may have shifted over the past 3 days. Are you more confident in your abilities? Have your beliefs about what's possible for you changed? This internal growth often takes place behind the scenes, but it's just as crucial as any external accomplishment. The fact that you are reflecting on your progress is a sign of mental maturity, a recognition that growth comes not just from what you do, but from how you think and feel along the way. When you take time to reflect on the past few days, it also sets the stage for the next phase of your journey. Reflection is a critical part of planning your next steps. It helps you understand what worked well, what didn't, and how you can adjust moving forward. It's easy to get caught up in the desire for immediate results, but true success is built on a foundation of intentional, thoughtful action. You can now take the lessons learned from day 1, day 2, and day 3 and refine them as you move forward with even greater clarity and purpose. If there's something you've struggled with, now is the time to plan a new approach. Use this opportunity to realign yourself with your long-term vision and fine-tune your strategies for success. Lastly, day 4 is about reinforcing the belief in your own ability to continue the journey. By this point, you've put in the effort, you've learned from challenges, and you've developed new habits. This is the perfect time to reflect on how much you've accomplished and recognize the strength and resilience you've cultivated. You've already shown that you are capable of making real progress. By acknowledging this, you create a strong foundation for continued growth. You can now see that the success plan doesn't end in 3 days, it's just the beginning. Each day is an opportunity to refine, adjust, and keep moving forward. So as you reflect on your progress, celebrate how far you've come and honor the work you've put in. But most importantly, use this reflection to fuel your next steps. The work doesn't stop here, and neither does your journey. This moment of reflection isn't an endpoint, it's a powerful tool to propel you into the next phase of your life. With the lessons of the past 3 days and the belief in your ability to keep going, you are more equipped than ever to continue building the life you desire. As we conclude this journey of transformation, let me remind you of something powerful. The life you envision is within your reach. The 3-day success plan wasn't just a temporary exercise or a motivational boost, it was a spark, a catalyst for lasting change. And now, as you stand at this pivotal moment, the question isn't whether you can succeed, it's whether you're ready to keep moving forward, no matter what. You've laid a foundation over these past 3 days. You've worked on your mindset, taken deliberate action, built persistence, and reflected on your progress. Each step, no matter how small it seemed, has brought you closer to the life you deserve. But the real magic happens after this plan ends. What you've started must now become a way of life, a daily commitment to growth, improvement, and forward momentum. The key to long-term success is consistency. The habits you've begun to form during these 3 days are just the beginning. Growth is not a single event, but a continuous process. It's about showing up for yourself every day, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it, even when life throws unexpected challenges your way. The journey to success is rarely a straight line. It's full of twists, turns, and roadblocks. But every obstacle you overcome makes you stronger. Every lesson you learn makes you wiser, and every step you take moves you closer to your goal. As you move forward, remember that mindset is everything. Your thoughts create your reality. If you believe in your ability to succeed, you will find ways to make it happen. If you focus on possibilities instead of limitations, you'll see opportunities where others see obstacles. The foundation of your success lies in the way you think about yourself and your future. Guard your mind against negativity, doubt, and fear. Surround yourself with people, resources, and experiences that uplift you and fuel your growth. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. The plans you've made and the vision you've created require action to come to life. You don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now with what you have from where you are. Take one step and then another and then another. Each small action repeated consistently builds momentum. Over time, those small actions compound into extraordinary results. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and stay committed to your journey. Persistence will be your greatest ally. There will be days when you feel like giving up, when progress seems slow, or when doubt creeps in. But those are the moments that matter most. Push through the resistance. Keep showing up. Success isn't about never facing challenges. It's about refusing to let those challenges stop you. Every time you persevere, you strengthen your resolve and move closer to your dreams. Reflection is your compass. Make it a habit to pause regularly and assess your journey. Celebrate your victories no matter how small. Learn from your setbacks without judgment. Use reflection as a tool to realign with your goals, refine your strategies, and reignite your motivation. Growth isn't always visible in the moment, but when you take the time to look back, you'll see how far you've come. Above all, believe in yourself. The person you are today is capable of achieving incredible things. You have the strength, the resilience, and the determination to create the life you desire. Remember, success is not a destination, it's a journey. It's about the person you become along the way. It's about embracing growth, pursuing your dreams, and living with purpose and passion. As you step into the next chapter, take with you the lessons of these 3 days. Carry forward the mindset, the habits, and the commitment you've cultivated. Know that you are in control of your future. No one else can define your path or determine your worth. You have the power to create a life that aligns with your dreams and values. The road ahead may not always be easy, but it will be worth it. Stay the course, trust the process, and keep moving forward. The success you seek is already within you. It's waiting for you to claim it. So go out there and make it happen. Your future is calling, and it's brighter than you can imagine. Take the first step today and let this be the beginning of an extraordinary journey.